ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wojire ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ ẹ̀yà lèkìtì ṣe oyè báyìí mọ̀ túbọ̀ yìí gbìyànjú sílẹ̀ kámúbàrún olèkìtì ayé mi ń jẹ́ jùyà. Èkìtì lọ́mọ olúṣù àrògùrò bẹ̀wọ̀ ọmọ olóṣè méjì takọtabo. Ìgbélárugẹ oúnjẹ àgbẹ̀dàgbàsókè lóríko. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìṣèjọba kan dára ògbáyé gbádùn ara wò. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìgbélárugẹ àṣà àti ìṣe àtúnṣe bí ìgbafẹ́. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Ekiti on the Move. I am Tunji Saliu. Infrastructure development is an ongoing investment in any progressive society. In Ekiti State, in spite of the over 1 month of project commissioning, many of them infrastructure-based, to mark Governor Biodun Oyebanji's third anniversary in office in October 2025, the infrastructure drive continues with landmark projects underway in many parts of the state. In this episode of the program, we bring you update on some of the projects in the state capital at Ekiti. They straddle health, road, sports, and culture in line with the 6 pillars of the administration. That's our focus this week. But before then, let's have our news highlights. Quick takes. In focus this week, Ekiti infrastructure development, building for now and the future.
In every community, there's always room to grow, to build on what exists, to make life better for everyone. In Ekiti, this spirit of progress continues, step by step, project by project. The state is moving forward. This is not about starting from the scratch, but about building on a foundation, adding new chapters to the state story. This is how consistent governance is bringing new development to Ekiti, touching lives in practical ways.
Ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe. Ètò ìròní lágbára fáwọn obìnrin túlé tókó. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe. Irú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ lágbára àtìdálé oṣẹ́ sílẹ̀. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe. Ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gẹ̀jígẹ̀ nílẹ̀ yìí. Ayẹyẹ o. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe. Ọba jẹ kan ṣètò ìṣúná ayẹyẹ dé dàgbàsókè kéde ọlẹ Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òwe.
Healthcare remains a priority for any community. As the state's population grows, so does the need for expanded medical facilities. In October 2024, work began on this additional 80-bed medical building at the Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital, EXOS. This expansion represents another step in strengthening the state's healthcare system for current and future needs.
This is the ramp that brings you into this first floor of the building. Downstairs we have quite a number of consulting rooms, some of the laboratory investigations. Here takes you to some of the places where we have the wards. The male wards are here, the female wards are here. We have two sets of lifts that recognize that people can go to either the first floor but also the second floor. So we have this lift, which is a bigger one that ensures that we can also move patients upwards, but we also have a smaller lift on the other side. So on this floor, like I mentioned earlier, there are quite a number of ward rooms for patients if we need to admit people. And if you look around, as I've seen, every single place you see people walking. There are people walking upstairs, there are people walking on the road section, there are people walking across. But this is the second lift that I was mentioning, which is the slightly smaller one. I believe there's a, yes, we can go upstairs just so that we can show you a few of the things upstairs as well. So here, for instance, is the children's ward. Like I mentioned, there's largely wards on this floor. So we have the children's ward, we have the male ward, we have the female ward, and a few of the other key things. We use the opportunity to have private wing in this floor. So if there are people who need a bit more privacy and who can afford to pay for that, we then have them on this floor. Like I mentioned earlier, the lift gets to the second floor. And as you can see, the work continues even here. So the goal is to also ensure that we continue here. Right over there where you see the trucks, you can note that there's quite a bit of work going on, but that's to ensure that we have the right access road that takes around the institution or the facility that we're building, moves directly from the existing facilities we have and can bring people in, but also has an opportunity for the ambulance to be able to come in and take patients in.
Ekiti ni alara amba eda oe. Ekiti ni alara amba eda oe. Ètò ìròyìn lágbára fáwọn obìnrin túlé tókó. Alara amba eda oe. Àwọn lágbára àtìláyé oṣù sílẹ̀. Ekiti ni alara amba eda oe. Ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ́kíkẹ́ nílẹ̀ ìjọba o. Ekiti ni alara amba eda oe. Wọ́n bá ṣe kàn ṣètò ìṣúná ayẹyẹ kékeré.
Our goal is to complete this by Q1, end of Q1 this year, and to ensure that it's launched to be able to serve the teeming needs of the population in Ekiti. Ekiti is rapidly growing, but not just in terms of population, but in terms of the economic development that we see. And the implications of that is many more people who need access to good quality services. As a responsible government led by His Excellency, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, what we've seen here is the need to ensure that we meet those demands as quickly as possible. So this 80-bed, in addition to the existing facilities that we have here in the teaching hospital, would allow us to serve many more people, would allow us to provide many more services, and will provide an opportunity for everyone in Ekiti to have access to good quality care. We're glad that as a state this will then become, we already have 4 teaching hospitals. We have a private hospital, which is a teaching hospital. We have 2 federal government teaching hospitals. And now with the capacity that we're expanding with the state-owned hospital, we know we'll be able to meet the needs across board. So this is an excellent project, and we're super excited about the future, what the future holds for the state.
I can tell you that we are very happy with the work that is ongoing here. As you can see, it's a massive massive construction site with a lot of work ongoing. Our technical people have been following up, and so we know that the job that is being carried out here is a good quality job as far as we know and as far as it's been reported. Multi-purpose project, and it has many wards and bed spaces up to like 80 bed spaces to be added to what we have. As a teaching hospital, the work and the expectation is quite enormous. As we speak, we don't have enough spaces to admit our patients. It happens currently that many of the federal teaching hospitals are not working. And because of that, a lot of patient inflow to this facility. And many times the accident and emergency room is filled up with patients, and we don't have spaces to transfer them to in the medical or the surgical ward. So this project is going to fill that gap, increase our bed capacity, admission capacity, as well as give room for many other processes and procedures that we don't have room for now. We are very, very grateful to the state government.
So presently at the level that we are now, because we are working towards achieving this in less than 3 months so that we achieve the finishing level. Presently where we are now is already coming up, is already showing out. As we can see around here, all our roofing trusses are already in places. Majority, basically as at now, we are 60% done with our roof trusses, in which the remaining parts will be done before the end of this month. And as well, most of the things that we have not been doing before, that we are already doing, all the gas line, both the nitrogen, oxygen line on our ground floor, we are done with it. The electrical pipings, the mechanical pipings, that's what we are working on now, in which before the end of this month, the plastering will commence immediately. That's why we have all our scaffold around, and our doors, all those doors, the doors frame, everything. By today, everything will commence, so that everything will be coming up at once.
This facility will complement existing healthcare infrastructure. It's about increasing capacity so many people can access quality care within the state. Every community benefits when healthcare services grow to meet demand. As cities develop, infrastructure must evolve to meet new challenges. The Okeyimi-Ajilosun flyover bridge represents this kind of adaptive development. Approved in December 2023, this project addresses growing traffic needs while planning for the city's future growth and connectivity.
Already working on the adjoining roads to the bridge. First Baptist Road, Atikonko Road, and a couple of roads. Work is already in progress. With regards to Ado Township Road, we have started the process of repair. In the next couple of months, we'll try and take advantage of the dry weather, and we'll see what can be done to make sure that our roads in Ado are motorable.
The level we are presently is, let me say, majorly finishing level, because we are at the level where in the next few weeks the asphalting of the road, of the service road, service lane, and the flyover itself will be taking place. On the flyover itself, the second ramp, which starts from Dominion to around the Fayoshe Market, is where, at the only place where there is a major work going on, which is the filling of the ramp and so on and so forth. So the level we are right now is the level at which we are doing finishing, laying. We will start laying of asphalt. We're already stone basing, start laying of asphalt in the next few weeks, and doing some finishing touches by God's grace. And concerning the end dates of the project, by the grace of God, all things will be able to deliver the project by the end of March.
It's not just you're having flyover now. There will be proper, assessment of the flyover from different directions. so that it will ease movement in Ado-Ekiti. And one of the beauty, because some people are criticizing, why do we have to have another second flyover in Ekiti? Is it not a waste of money? I'm a civil engineer and I've traveled all over the world. And one of the things we look at in monitoring and evaluation, because I'm also a monitor and evaluation scholar, is the reduction of travel time. You know, what will it take me to move from one end of Ado-Ekiti to the other end? If it will take me, 45 minutes, but with the flyover now, it will take me just about 15, 20 minutes from one end to the other end. Then, time is saved for business. And time is not just money, time is life. So it will ease movement, it will reduce travel time. And not only that, the skyline of Ado-Ekiti over time will change. We can see even people already in terms of landed property along the corridor where you have like the ring road, for instance, they are buying lands, developers are moved there. Even in the meantime, urban renewal will take place. Some old houses will go and new houses will come, hospitals, schools, and so on and so forth.
Urban development brings new transportation needs. This flyover is part of planning ahead, creating solutions that will serve the city for years to come, while improving daily life for residents and visitors alike. Building today for the needs of tomorrow. Investing in youth means creating spaces where potential can flourish. The transformation at the Oluyemi Kayode Stadium and the new indoor sports complex, which began in October 2024, represents this commitment to Ekiti's young people. It's about providing quality facilities that support both recreation and professional development in sports.
So it's going to be a good one. We are having 16 sports here, and basketball is going to be the focal point. We have combat sports, kung fu, wrestling, boxing, and all sorts here. So we are expecting them. In fact, if they want me to say something, I want them to finish now. Now. We are waiting. We are happy with His Excellency.
At the first floor now, this project has, the foundation type has two types. We have the pad area and also the pile area. So now you can see where we are now is actually suspended floor now, and where you can see up there, that's the first floor of it. From there, the reka, which is the sitting area, rises. Then after that, have the connectors and the roof. So hopefully by May, before next election this year, this project should be completed. It's a non-inclusive indoor sports complex. This facility will serve Ekiti youth and, every grade of life. This indoor sport complex, if you look at it now, this, after the connections, now we have the complex itself where the games, all manner of indoor games can happen. That is complete. Here will be, a place, where the activities will be, enormous. There will be like, when we finish the pavilion, you can see the business activities around. So also here will complement that also, so that at the end of it, or here will, will boost the economy of the state.
Oluyemi Kayode Stadium is having a very good look now. It's a change look, because if you get here before now, you see that it's nothing to write home about. Today, we are proud owner of new Oluyemi Kayode Stadium. We have new AstroTurf now. Before we were playing on ordinary grass. Now they are even bringing other football clubs to Oluyemi Kayode for you to know that it's a very good place. Not only that, we have new chairs, sitting terrace. We are covering the new ones, and we have VIP seats. They were not there before. Also, the new administrative block has been built. The existing one was renovated. All the ones under the terrace, the electrical has been done. everything good inside there has been put in place. And also, if you look at our back, we have hostel is under construction now, and it's going to take about let's say up we take about 60 and down about 62, and it's going to be a massive one. And the floodlight, we have floodlights. Imagine in Oluyemi Kayode Stadium now, we can play our match any time of the day. 1 o'clock in the night is 6 p.m. We've done that in other states, and it's going to happen in Oluyemi Kayode Stadium. All the courtesy of His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji. Our match day, you'll be surprised to see people gathered here, shouting, happy, excited, because this has never happened before. You know, when they see it, just look at the feed, how green that feed is. That one is even calling people that are passing, come. It's like a talisman that is calling people to come and watch match. We are happy. The youths are happy. They appreciate this kind gesture.
Quality facilities make a difference in sports development. This complex will provide athletes with better training environments and open opportunities for hosting events that benefit the entire community. Investment in sports infrastructure contribute to holistic community development and youth empowerment, and Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji remains committed to that. Cultural spaces play an important role in community identity and cohesion. The Ekiti International Cultural Center development, with additional support approved in July 2025, reflects this understanding. It's about creating a dedicated space where traditions can be preserved, shared, and celebrated for generations to come.
This is Ekiti State International Center for Arts and Culture. We started this project about 18 months ago under the present governor who initiated it, His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, the governor of Ekiti State. This is the facility that is expected to launch Ekiti into the highest pedestal globally possible. It is a one-stop shop for all kinds of creative, arts and the business of creativity, okay? For practitioners, for enthusiasts. This is the event center, 600 capacity, and like I said, it's for your cultural activities like concerts, like fashion shows, and the likes. The 1,000 capacity arts theater for theatrical performances. That's the museum and gallery of modern arts. And then this is a souvenir sales point. These are staff offices, and at the back of the arts theater there, you have the art and craft production huts there for covers, for our painters, textile people, and the like. That is their workplace. We have the studios, production studios, and down there you have the guest rooms. You have the guest rooms for whoever has come to work in the studios, either as a filmmaker, whatever you have come to produce in any of the studios there, there is an accommodation facility for you to stay. So you do your work without distraction. Behind this building is a 500 capacity cinema that we expect will run 24/7. And I'm sure our youth will like that. I'm sure they can't wait to have it running.
Cultural centers serve as gathering places for community and creativity. This facility will provide a home for artistic expressions while also creating opportunities for cultural exchange and learning. Investing in cultural infrastructure strengthens community bonds and preserves valuable traditions, and the Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji's administration meticulously hits the ground running, knowing well that the future gains are massive. Development is a continuous journey. Each project, each initiative builds upon what came before while looking forward what comes next. In Ekiti, this journey continues with healthcare expansion, improved transportation networks, youth facilities, and cultural spaces, all contributing to community well-being. It is about steady progress, about addressing needs as they evolve, about working together to build a city that serves all its residents well. This is the Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji's way to achieve the shared prosperity agenda for all.
The entire landscape of the state capital, Ado-Ekiti, is not just going to experience an unprecedented facelift, but life-changing value for money when these projects are completed and put to public use. We will continue to keep you updated on these and many more projects spread across many parts of the state. Meanwhile, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's program. Remember, you can watch this episode again or any of the past episodes on our social media platform. Thanks for watching. Let's make it a date next week. Goodbye.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wójúire, ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ yá lèkìtì ń ṣe, oyè báyìí mọ̀ dúpọ̀ yìí gbìyànjú sílẹ̀, kámú bàrún olèkìtì ayé ló ń jẹ́ jù yá.